it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a recent reads for you guys. I'm not going to break this up into any genre, it's just going to be a recent reads video, mostly because I haven't read that many books from any particular genre. I've just been reading some books. So I thought I would share this with you guys, and let's just jump right in. Where did I put them? Where did I put them? Oh, found them. Okay. Oh my god, Sarah. The first one I have to show is Changeless by Gail Carriger. This is the second book in the Parasol Protector series. This follows Alexia, and she lives in a 1800s London, and she has no soul, and there is very powerful paranormal creatures going around, and the world knows about them. They're not a secret or anything, and Alexia, whenever she touches a paranormal being, they turn to human. So she can touch them and they are human just like everyone else. And so she's very powerful in this world, and she works on this, and she wants to work for this big not corporation, but this big organization that kind of patrols the paranormal a little bit. They're kind of like the FBI or the police of the paranormal. I feel like my hair's doing something weird. So yeah, she wants to join this organization, and she sets out and doing that. In the first book, obviously, not in this book. I'm not spoiling the second book. The second book follows her journey after the aftermath of Soulless. So yeah, there's not much I can say on this one besides that it just continues Alexia's story and the story of the world. You're getting a little bit more pulled into the characters and the world, and like the whole aspect of the steampunk of it and everything like that. So it's very good. Highly recommend. I give this a 5 out of 5 stars. I gave the first one 4.5 stars, and I ended up giving this one a 5 stars because it was so much better. I loved Alexia's character a lot more, and I loved all of the characters a lot more, and I love the world a lot more. So really excited about this. I really like the way Gail Carriger writes. I will say that I kind of want to do a recommendations video on audiobooks, but I will say that this is one of those that I would highly recommend as an audiobook. I think that Gail Carriger writes in such a perfect way for the story and the time period and everything, but it's kind of sometimes hard to digest. So the audiobook helped me a lot with reading it a lot quicker and getting into it a lot quicker. So I want to give some credit to the audiobook where I didn't have that for Soulless, but I really did enjoy this and I highly recommend it. The next book I have is a romance book, and that is Kyland, and this is by Mia Sheridan, and she wrote Archer's Voice, and this book is actually kind of in the same series. It's kind of like an overall like series name. None of the books take place in the same they all take place in the same world because it's a contemporary world, and I think they all take place in like the same, like I think all the characters could meet each other, but I haven't seen any overlapping characters yet, or any overlapping stories for sure. You can read them all as a standalone. So this one follows two main characters, a guy and a girl. The girl and the guy live in this really poverty-stricken town in Kentucky, and they're both very stricken with poverty. It's a mining town, and there was a mining incident. There's a mining town, and there's a mining incident in the past, and it wiped out a lot of jobs, a lot of family members, a lot of just very bad things happened to this town because of the mining incident, and so it kind of follows their journey in this town. They're both wanting to get out of the town, and they're both going for this scholarship that is from the big mining corporation that will take them out and going to college and all this kind of stuff. So they are both kind of competing for this transcript for this scholarship, and there's kind of a little bit of competition going on, but they're also kind of really similar in their lifestyles and like their whole whatever is going on with them. So they kind of form this bond, and they become friends, and then they kind of develop a relationship as the story goes on. It was very, very good. I like Mia Sheridan's writing style. I think it's very interesting. Some of the things were a little bit iffy. I will say that this novel had a lot of codependency, which I can talk about this for days. I can talk about codependency for a very long time, because I think it's okay to be dependent on your significant other, but at the same time, I don't think that means that you shouldn't be independent. And I think that this book kind of gives a little bit of romance to codependency, that it's okay and that it's, you know, fine to rely on another person for your happiness and well-being, which is fine. I think that's totally awesome in a, you know, marriage situation, but I do think that everyone needs to be independent and happy as well in a relationship, and so this kind of had that issue, and there's some other things that I didn't necessarily like or agree with, but overall I enjoyed the writing style, I enjoyed the story, it was a lot of fun, kind of heartbreaking and just very hard to read at some points, but very interesting, and yeah, I really liked it. I gave it a 4 stars. The next book that I picked up, or actually it wasn't the next book that I picked up, was it? I don't know. Another book that I've read recently is The False Prince by Jennifer A. Nelson. This is actually this is my pick for February from Lindsay, and this follows a kid, Sage, and he's an orphan in this world. And then, anyway, Sage is an orphan in this world, and he gets this nobleman named Connor, come and pay for him and take him to this other place, and he has this competition with 4 other boys, and there's some sort of mystery behind why he did this, and you find out in this novel why. I gave this book a 4.5 stars, I think, or 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It was just a fun book. It was short and the font is very large. It reads kind of like a middle grade novel, but not really. And yeah, I really liked it, and I'm going to continue on with the series. That I've picked up is The Duff by Kody Keplinger. This is a contemporary novel following this girl in high school, and she is deemed by a guy that she hates, the Duff, and the Duff is designated fat friend, and it's kind of just a coming of age story about, you know, dealing with certain aspects of life and self-conscious issues and things like that. I really respected this book after I got into it. It took me about 75 pages to actually get into it. But, because at first I wasn't really sold. I've read a couple of Kody Keplinger's books before, and I know her writing style, but I wasn't sold on this one. I was kind of like, I don't know, kind of hits close to home type of thing. I didn't like the way the characters were portrayed. I didn't like the way that the issues were brought up, but as the story unfolded, it changed my mind on how I thought the story was going to go. I thought it was going to go one way, but it definitely went a different way, and it did bring to light a lot of issues that I think that a lot of teenagers, it did bring up a lot of issues that I think a lot of teenagers are going through, and even some that are maybe they're going through but aren't as open about, and it was just very interesting. I really liked this novel. I gave it a 4.5 stars, or 4 stars. The main character annoyed me just a little bit. She did get on my nerves at some points. I didn't understand a couple of things that she did, and like I said, it took me a little while to get into the story, but overall it was a great story. I'm really excited to see the movie because I love movie adaptations. I just love movies. I'm really excited to go see that. Yeah, I just really liked you know, some of the issues that this book hit on, and it was very different than others that I've read. The next one that I read was Vision in Silver by Anne Bishop. This is the 3rd book in the Others trilogy. Guys, I can't say enough how much I love this series. It is phenomenal. It is so good. Like, once I get into it, there's no stopping me. I can't stop reading it. It's amazing. This book follows Meg, and she lives in this world where there's these things called the Others, and the Others kind of ruled the world. They were the first beings, and then humans came along, and so they kind of take precedence over, and plus they are stronger, faster, can eat humans, and so they have a lot bigger role in the world. They control food supply, they control, you know, any type of technology that's made. They literally control everything. Anything that the humans want or need come through the Others, and in turn, if the humans figure anything out, the Others have to have that back. And so there's this dynamic of, you know, hate going on between Others and humans, and just kind of the Others have taken themselves and not really quarantined, but put themselves in these things called the courtyards, which are like little mini towns inside a human town. And so it follows Meg, who is a blood prophet in this world, and she kind of gets in a situation where she needs to escape, and she finds herself in a courtyard and becomes a part of the courtyard, gets a job, and becomes friends with some of the Others, and then things take off from there. And the world has exploded. Everything is just gone crazy. It hasn't exploded. That sounded really funny now that I hear it back in my head. It did not explode, but things are going crazy. The world, what I'm talking about the world exploding is that Anne Bishop has extended this world and like extended my idea of where the story was going. Actually, I really never knew where the story was going, but now I kind of have an idea. And so it's just really great. I love Anne Bishop's writing style. I love the characters. The characters are amazing. I love the way it's told. I just love everything about it. I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I really don't have any complaints about this series. It is so good. It's really one of my favorites. And it's just really good. I can't explain how how much I like it, but it's so different from anything that I've ever read. It's very refreshing. The last one I'm going to share with you guys today is Sabriel by Garth Nix. This is the first book in the Abhorsen trilogy, I think that's what it's called, and then they also have Clerigal, I think that's how you say that, which is the prequel that has recently came out. I've read this with a couple of booktubers, I've read this with a couple of friends of mine, and the census is that it's good, it's just not super amazing. Garth Nix's writing style is very engaging and very interesting, but at the same time it's very slow moving, and so some of the parts kind of get a little bit boring or kind of just like, you know, just alright, what's gonna happen next? Can we move on type of thing? And I really did enjoy this. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was good, it just wasn't the best thing I've ever read, and I don't know if I'm going to continue on with the series. I'm thinking that I will because I have a feeling that it's just going to get better, but we'll see if I really do. Let me tell you really quick what it's about. It's about this girl named Sabriel. She is the daughter of Abhorsen, who is a necromancer, and there is this whole magic system involved with necromancy and like being able to feel the dead, put the dead to rest, being able to reincarnate the dead, being able to fight the dead, all different kinds of stuff like that. And she has some really cool things that she can do with that. There is an old kingdom that she's going to, so it's kind of a coming of age journey story, and it's kind of, yeah, like that. I don't know. She has this mission and she's got to go to the old kingdom and see this mission out. But yeah, I liked this novel, and I just have my issues with it, so we'll see if I continue on with it, but yeah, I think that's all I have about this one. Also, there's a cute cat involved. Well, he's not really cute. He reminds me a lot of the Alice in Wonderland cat, but Cheshire cat. But yeah, that is all the books that I have read recently. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're doing well. Let me know down below any thoughts that you guys have on these books, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!